What's up, YouTube? It's Mr. Waffles here doing another top 10 video. This one's not really normal for me because I don't usually. Well, these top 10 videos are actually new, so. But like, just the subject of the video is kind of new because it's gonna be Pokemon. I only have one Pokemon video. The reason I didn't do any more is because just how difficult it was to do. So I thought just maybe having one would just be a little fun. But I love playing Pokemon. It's something I'm always playing on my phone with the emulators, and it's something I love to death. But I don't like the new gens, so I'm gonna do probably just a first, second, third gen top 10 list. But without further ado, this is my top 10 first generation Pokemon. Now, these are my opinions. These are just mixed in through the TV show because I used to watch it when these ones I can incorporate the TV show because when I was younger I'd watch on WB, Warner Brothers, or whatever that channel was on Saturday mornings and shit. So and I played the games, of course, and then the card game. So this is kind of just a mixture of opinions with the Game Boy game, the cards, and the TV show. So without further ado, my number 10 is Eevee. Or wherever, somewhere up here. So I'm trying to leave room. Eevee is my number 10 because of all of its evolutions it has. There's Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, Espeon, Umbreon, and one other one that I just can't remember. I think there's 6. If not, then there's only 5. So, but Eevee just, and on top of that, it's in yellow, it's your opponent's Pokemon, I believe. He starts out with, and because you have Pikachu, it's kind of like relating to the show because Gary in the show has Eevee, but Eevee's just this lovable little cute Pokemon that has so much potential, and you can have a whole team of just evolutions of Eevee because there's so much you can do with him. Now his card sucks, but when you evolve him, if you evolve into whatever, if you have a card, which I do believe. Hold on one second. I'm gonna see if I have the card because I have a bunch of cards. Hold up. So actually, in this whole top 10 list, Eevee is actually the only one I have of the cards. I lost most of my first gen cards when I was younger, sadly, but the first gen Eevee, he's just adorable, as you can see. Just even in the card, I mean, his card is weak alone, with only Tail Wag and Quick Attack, but he has a lot of potential, just because of his evolutions. So, yeah. Now, number 9, is Vulpix. Now, Vulpix, why is he on here? One, because he's also another adorable Pokemon that you just love, and when you find him, by the way, here's my Vulpix. I'm kind of fun with the video editing. I hate this fucking backwards shit. He's adorable. He evolves into Ninetales, which on the Game Boy is fucking awesome. You feel like a boss. And when you just see this Pokemon, it's like, I don't know, just catching him is awesome, training him is awesome. Sorry for the interruptions. Continuing on, I don't know, just Vulpix, fire ability is very strong with Ninetales in my opinion in the game. The card is decent from what I've seen. And in the show, Vulpix is just this little cute, curious, dog-like creature, and he's kind of just awesome. You love Vulpix usually. So number 8, this one not only, but mainly comes from the TV show, why he's on my top 10 list for first gen, and that's Dragonite. Now, why Dragonite's on here is because of that sad episode where he's left out in the cold rain, and I had that all wrong. That's Charizard. Fuck. But continuing on, He's also on here for other reasons, but I kind of just fucked up on that part. I just completely had in mind. It's been years since I've seen the show, but Dragonite still deserves a place on the spot for his cuteness. I don't know, I'm basing a lot of these stuff cuteness, but later on they don't always count as that. I don't know, Dragonite, he's powerful, obviously. Like, obviously his first evolution card sucks. I'm trying to just get a little 40 HP with only 1 attack, pound for 10 damage. Not much you can do with that, but when you get to I can't remember what he evolves into, but then you get Dragonite, you got some power behind you, and along with the game too, you kind of feel like a boss. You go from this little string weak Pokemon to fucking dragon, man. Dude, come on, it's a fucking dragon. So that's all I gotta say with that guy. Number 7. The reason why he made it is just because he's so fucking awesome in the show, and he's included in the game in a way. It's Snorlax. Snorlax is this big fat ass fucking Pokemon. Kind of reminds me of my fat ass cat. If you can see him, nah. I'm not gonna unplug my computer. I don't know. My cat's back there, and he's sleeping, and he's fat. But Snorlax, that fat, he just goes like from this to. He just, every time he does that, as a kid, I laughed. I don't know why. Just makes me crack up. So that's why Snorlax is on the list. And catching him, I believe you only have 1 chance to catch him. I forget how you catch him in the game, but getting him is kind of cool. He's very powerful in my opinion. And the card, I don't know. I can't remember, but even with no card information, he's still number 7. So with number 6, here we go. Gyarados. Gyarados is awesome, is because some people who didn't go on their computers and no one figured out yet when the game first came out what Magikarp evolved into, and they would actually go through training, which I did. I was one of those few. You get all the way up there and you just see this awesome evolution happen right before your eyes, and you're just like, the fuck happened? You go from one of the weakest Pokemon in the game to one of the best and strongest. So Gyarados definitely deserves a spot just for that shock factor to many young kids that had a doing. And on top of that, it's many appearances in the show as a villain in a way, and a kind of cool, kind of badass card is good too. So number 5, we're halfway through, and this one, he's not talked about much, but he's very powerful in my opinion. I love catching his first evolution in the game, then evolving him to this giant. I actually have him on a Pokemon trading card game on my Game Boy, but Arcanine. There's not much to say other than I personally, my favorite fire type Pokemon in first gen. He's just, I don't know, I never really like Charmander, Charizard, Charmeleon, and they're good, don't get me wrong, but they're not my favorite. I feel like it was just too hyped, so I never really latched on with that. I was more of a Bulbasaur person anyways, but yeah, so Arcanine and Grouthy are amazing 2 Pokemon. I'm even going to throw Grouthy on here because he's just good, and the cards are both of them. Grouthy for just for him alone on a card and in the game, he's strong and a very good fire type Pokemon to go to any grass gym or grass battles. So yeah, that's number 5. Number 4 is the only starter type Pokemon, and that's Blastoise. I put him on here just because he's awesome. Who doesn't want fucking cannons on your back? Charizard can't even fucking fly, at least I don't think. So, I mean, dude, you're a dragon, you can't fly. Blastoise at least can surf. Blastoise has those cannons. He's extremely powerful for a water Pokemon. There's not much powerful water Pokemon on there except for Lapras, in my opinion. He's just, I think, the best water Pokemon, especially when you get to, I think it's the second to last gym, which is a fire gym, and you want to use him. You're just going to make, if you have Venusaur, you're going to wish you kind of picked Bulbasaur at that point. So, yeah. Number three. The reason he's on here is because of how adorable he is and because of his TV show appearance that is one of my favorite episodes of all time, and that's Ditto. I'm going to start with the TV episode. I just don't have much memory of it at this point, but all I remember is him trying to transform into a Machoke and having those eyes, just those dots. And he cannot replicate faces. He could replicate anything but faces. And I always love that because it just makes you laugh as a kid and you just giggle every time. Even at this age, I will still giggle thinking about it. So, and he's a fucking pink, cute Pokemon. So, he's awesome. And you can transform into anything and get the moveset. So, who doesn't want that shit? I want that shit. So, number two is Mew. I choose Mew just because of the movie, the special promotion card. I'm not going to really go into detail, but the promotion card, and just I remember the rumors on the glitch on how to get them from the game. And on the game, newer versions and old ones, he can learn any move, anything, which is just awesome. But I'm going to kind of jump past him because Mew's kind of overhyped in my opinion, but I still love him. Cute little pink Pokemon, 2 in a row. But number one, without further ado, is, drumroll please, Pikachu. Sorry, I love the fucker. I'm going to show you guys something that I kind of got in tribute to this little guy. If you can see, I have Pikachu tattooed on my leg with Ash's hat. It's my prized possession on my body. My favorite tattoo of all the tattoos I have. I love my Pikachu tattoo the most. And that kind of shows why I put Pikachu on number one. This is an opinion list. He is my favorite Pokemon, and he always will be. It's the Pokemon I grew up with. It's the Pokemon I had a big, giant stuffed animal like this big. And I have him fucking tattooed on my leg. Of course I love this fucker. You see him in like every episode on Pokemon. I think even, I don't know if they still put him on there, but he was always with the main character. But you just love his cockiness, his attitude. And the guy doesn't talk, but you love everything about him. And on top of that, he's powerful. Especially as Raichu. But Pikachu is my number one Pokemon. Always will be. If you pick a top 10 Pokemon of every Pokemon, if you made me pick one Pokemon, what one could I have? I'd pick Pikachu. Always. I just want one like sitting right on my shoulder. Just like jolting me. No tomorrow. Breaking my shit. But that's all I have for you guys right now. I hopefully will be doing a top 10 second gen Pokemon. But for now, I'm just going to stick to this one. I might do a top 10 worst, but for now, it's just going to be this one, I believe. But, so, I'm just going to go over it. Eevee, Vulpix, Dragonite, Snorlax, Gyarados, Arcanine, Blastoise, Ditto, Mew, and Pikachu. Please comment your favorite Pokemon. Comment below. What's your favorite first gen Pokemon? And, why do you like them so much? And what's the first dedication you ever gone? Can anyone beat me? I got a tattoo. Or if you have one, share it. Why not? So please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.